These are visuals of Karnataka BJP MLAs during a sleepover protest in the Vidhan Sabha last week. They were protesting against the Speaker rejecting a motion seeking debate on the alleged scam in the Mysore Urban Development Authority, or MUDA. These were the protesters the morning after. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has got embroiled in a big controversy.
Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has had a relatively clean track record in his 4 decades of being in politics.
But this time he has been accused of a land scam linked to the Mysore Urban Development Authority, or MUDA.
The scam heat is rising on Siddaramaiah government in Karnataka.
This is the first time that charges of financial irregularity are being leveled directly against him and his family.
This controversy primarily centers around the compensation received by Siddaramaiah's wife, Parvathi, for land acquired by MUDA.
The scam war reverberated inside the assembly again as BJP went on an offensive, protesting with placards.
Parvathi Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister's wife, originally owned 3.16 acres of land in Kesare village near Mysuru Outer Ring Road, which was gifted to her by her brother. The BJP is alleging that Parvathi's brother had brought the property from a scheduled caste family, which is illegal, and then he had gifted this land to her sister. The Chief Minister has issued a clarification on this, and we will come to it later in the video. So for context, you must know that thousands of acres of land in and around cities like Bengaluru and Mysuru were originally government lands granted to landless SC/ST community members. But big chunks of such land have been taken over by politicians and big builders over the years. Now, this is something that RTI activists and locals have been alleging for a long time. The thing is, these lands cannot be acquired for private purposes because there is a law banning exactly that. It's called the Karnataka Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prohibition of Transfer of Certain Lands Act 1978. Now, this law came into effect in 1979. Many experts hold this law responsible for countless land disputes because, and please listen to this carefully, because this law provides for restoring the ownership of such land to the original owners or the legal heirs, even if the land has been procured by others.
In Karnataka, the grain of politics is corruption, and this is most unfortunate because we don't see politicians seem to be even in the least manner inclined to deliver public service.
The Chief Minister has since clarified that the lands that his wife received from her brother were acquired through an auction in 1935 from the original owner, one Ninga bin Jawara, that it had become self-acquired property and thus the government does not have any interest in these lands. But what was the MUDA scam that led to the allegation against the CM's wife? First, we must understand the socio-economic context behind such schemes, such as the one launched by MUDA in Mysore. Mysore is the cultural heart of Karnataka state. As Bangalore gets more congested and the infrastructure in Mysuru improves, the city has been growing rapidly. In the state budget presented in February 2024, Mysore was one of the focus areas. Now, this rapid growth means that the authorities like MUDA, which is Mysore Urban Development Authority, must acquire land for residential and commercial sites. In 2020, MUDA drafted an alternate site scheme. After acquiring land from landowners as part of this scheme, MUDA would distribute sites to the owners who had given away their land to MUDA on a 50-50 ratio basis. Now, what is the 50-50 ratio? So, land losers are typically compensated with either financial payments or alternative land parcels. The aim is to provide them with fair value for the land taken. So, once the land is developed, the land loser gets 50% of the land now developed. This is what 50-50 means. In the MUDA land allotment scheme, for example, land losers were supposed to receive 50% of the developed sites in exchange for their undeveloped land. In 2021, remember this is when the BJP is in power in the state, Siddaramaiah's wife was allotted 38,284 square feet of land amounting to 14 prime housing sites as compensation for alleged illegal acquisition of 3.16 acre of her land. But then that sounds pretty fair, right? Well, the problem is the market value of this compensation land that Parvathi was allotted by MUDA. This value is alleged to be much higher than that of the original land in Kesare that she owned.
Ms. Parvathi, the Chief Minister's wife, was compensated with sites in Vijayanagar, which is a prime locality in South Mysuru. The charge is that the value of the land which was given in lieu of the village land that was taken runs into the hundreds of crores.
Addressing a media conference in Bengaluru on July 26, the CM offered an explanation for this charge as well. He said that the MUDA had allotted 38,284 square feet of land in Vijayanagar layout in Mysuru for illegally acquiring 1.48 lakh square feet in survey number 464 at Kesare village in Mysuru Taluk. The Chief Minister said the MUDA had similarly allotted 1,328 alternative sites in the third and fourth stages of Vijayanagar layout in Mysuru to others as well. Now, the BJP, meanwhile, has insisted that Siddaramaiah and his family had benefited from irregular site allotments by MUDA. This has caused, according to them, significant losses for the state government, estimated to be around Rs 4,000 crore. That 4,000 crore is the overall loss to the state exchequer in the MUDA scam, as alleged by the BJP.
CM family getting the 14 sites and his followers getting more than 100 sites, more than lakh of square feet land. The Dalit land, they looted.
A police complaint was also filed against Siddaramaiah, his wife and other associates, alleging the use of forged documents and illegal acquisition of land.
People are aware of facts. So whatever drama Congress do does not matter. As far as we are concerned, BJP and JDS, we are fighting against this corruption. We are demanding that Chief Minister should resign.
Siddaramaiah has denied the allegations, asserting that the land allotment to his wife was legitimate and conducted under the BJP government. He claims the land was rightfully compensated for after being taken by MUDA.
The BJP fails to answer if CM Siddaramaiah was involved in a scam. Why did all of the MUDA's actions take place when Basavaraj Bommai was the CM?
Chief Minister Siddaramaiah also contends that the compensation value is actually lower than the original land's value and that his wife settled for the Vijayanagar plot to avoid further delays in compensation. Siddaramaiah has accused the BJP of politicizing the issue and conspiring against him due to his political standing and background as a member of the OBC community. The controversy has intensified with calls for a thorough investigation and demands for accountability, including a probe by the Karnataka Lokayukta. The state government has also released a list of beneficiaries that includes Union Industries Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, JDS MLAs S.R. Mahesh and G.T. Devegowda, MLC C.N. Manjegowda and BJP MLC H. Vishwanath, all from the opposition camp. The Chief Minister himself addressed specific allegations in his presser on July 26th. If you want to understand his version line by line, I will share the links of some credible media reports of that press conference in the link below. But while politicians trade blame and accuse each other of corruption, home property prices in Bengaluru have jumped 57% in just the last 5 years. So a property worth ₹1 crore is now worth 1 crore and 57 lakh rupees. If you happen to be a landlord in Bengaluru, even your Achedhan is here. See this. So while the landowners and owners of big real estate properties in Bengaluru are profiting, they are of course turning their gaze towards Mysuru just a few hours away. Now this is a report from 2022, from nearly 2 years back, and prices of residential units and plots in Mysuru had shot up already. Since then, the Bengaluru-Mysuru expressway has opened up, cutting travel time between the two cities to less than 2 hours. You can guess how much the land and real estate prices would have risen. You know what the real tragedy is in all this? Agencies like the Mysore Urban Development Authority was set up so that they can acquire land, develop these land, build homes so that common people like you and me can have a home too. But over the years, these bodies have fallen prey to corruption at so many levels that the original objective appears like a distant dream, a dream that is far from the reach of the common man. This Star of Mysore report sums up this crisis very well in this story. Do check it out. I'm pasting a link in the comments below.
Our state and especially our cities, look at Bengaluru, it's crumbling because of the lack of respect for law. There is absolute lawlessness because when people at the top are corrupt, how are they going to enforce laws at the bottom?
If you found this video informative, please like, comment and subscribe for more updates. Thank you for watching First Things Fast.